Hi, I'm Dave Jones. I'm a volunteer for the Alzheimer's Association, as well as an advocate for the Alzheimer's Impact Movement. And today we're going to be interviewing Patty Smith, who's a volunteer for the association and is involved with the Longest Day, which is a big fundraiser for the Alzheimer's Association, and can be a lot of fun, it seems like. So I'll turn it over to Patty to introduce herself.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for having me on. Yeah, the Longest Day is fantastic. It was started in 2012, and now they raise about $8 million for the Alzheimer's Association, which, as everyone knows, is the source for research, to get a cure, to get drugs for trials. It is a source for people to go to. It's free, there are hotlines and everything. So originally when the Longest Day started, it was supposed to be on the Longest Day in June 21st, to be precise, the summer solstice. But now it's kind of whenever anybody wants to do anything and whatever they want to do. People can walk, run, hike, skip, jump. I think people do quilting, so hiking. So it's really all about raising funds for Alzheimer's. And
when is the actual day for the solstice? I don't even know.
It's June 21st. So I think originally they just thought it's a great, because it's a lot of sunshine on that day, a lot of daylight, that it was just a nice contemplative. You have more hours in the day to hike or do whatever. Just think about those that are suffering. But now, now it's no longer June 21st. Now we just do it whenever we can do it. We've tried hiking in June and still hiked in snow. And I thought, we're not doing that anymore. So we changed it. Yeah.
Yeah. People ask me when we talk about fundraising, where do the funds for the Longest Day go? They all is there a particular, like, into research, or where do the funds go?
It's a combination. It really is. They're all of the services are free with it all goes to the Alzheimer's Association, but the services that they provide, there's an 800 number we can give later, but you can call in for loved ones. They have programs. It does go for research and all the trials and everything. So it's a big job. It's an epidemic. I don't know if I mentioned that every 65 seconds, somebody's diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and now there are 6 million people with it nationally. And which means there's 16 million caregivers to take care of those people that are all free, not in nursing homes. That's just family, community. So it's a big thing, and the Longest Day is that biggest fundraising drive for the association.
So we mentioned that everybody can do pretty much anything, and what do you guys do? You have a particular team.
Well. And I love talking about it. So we have a hiking team. So 7 years ago, a friend of mine lost her gallant fight with Alzheimer's. She had about a 10-year battle, and her husband decided, they were big avid hikers, so he decided to start a group, 48 Peaks, and he thought this could be part of the Longest Day. We'll get 48 teams to climb 48 peaks, the 4,000 footers. And which, I was not a hiker. I was a runner, and he asked if I could hang signs. I said, great, I'll hang signs. So as I'm hanging signs, I thought, how hard could it be, right? I thought hiking must be just walking up hills, and I'm so I'm hanging these signs, and I decided, I got a team together, and a lot of the ladies either have, family members or whatever, they have a direct a personal issue with Alzheimer's in one way or another, or they're just hikers or just crazy and wanted to join. But so I thought, now what do we call the team? And I went to a friend's dad's funeral, and I'm looking at the program, and on the cover of the program, it had the word, he was from Finland, and it had the word Sisu. And underneath it said courageous, resilient, warrior, all the definitions. And I thought, wow, all right. We not only are we going to do this, climb up these little, what I was calling them, hills. So which is kind of courageous because we had never done it, but also I thought of people suffering with Alzheimer's, and I thought, every day for them is a feat. It is resilience and all of that. So I thought, so Sisu was born, and it was so the first year I thought, well, I'm going to pick the most scenic route. So we're going to go up to, and I think I sent you some pictures.
Yeah.
We always stayed in huts, and I said, well, let's go up to the Greenleaf Hut. It looks beautiful. It's the presidential range. And we start going up this thing, and I thought, holy God, we're not in Kansas anymore. I mean, it was crazy. The hardest, of course, I picked probably one of the most challenging, but who knew? But it was amazing. We did lose a couple of hikers after that. You're not on the hill, but afterwards they said, we're smart. We're not doing it. We're out. But that hiking down, I'll never forget, we were sitting on the side of a mountain, and we all have our purple shirts on, and a guy comes hiking down. He said, what are you doing? And we said, it's the longest day. We're hiking for Alzheimer's. And he put down his pack, and he started telling us about his mom.
Wow.
And I still get,
yeah.
He said, my mom was just diagnosed, and we all sat there, all 10 of us. And he told us the story about how they're grappling with it right now and trying to figure it all out. And he ended up, his name was Dave as well. He ended up reaching into his pocket and taking out all of his money and handing it to us on the hill.
Wow.
Which is just, so it's been amazing. Like one year it was a torrential downpour, but you've already booked the hut. So we had to go up, and we look like, I don't want to say what we look like, but probably cellophane wrapped sausages, because we had our backpacks all under the ponchos. And we just, we got up to the hut, and we're of course we bring our boom box and our, boxes of wine and everything. So we're not without a party in us. And, we had a blast. Last year, pandemic year, obviously we had to switch things up, but it was such a gift in so many ways. An old friend of 20 plus years asked if she could join the team. And she was just diagnosed, within the last couple of years. And she is probably one of the most brilliant women I know. She's a Cornell grad.
Wow.
A financial executive, mother, grandmother, just amazing woman. So I feel so just lucky and amazing that she joined the team. Of course, it's the middle of pandemic. So we decided, we couldn't hike. And so we ended up doing this we made these signs. I don't know if you can see these, actually. I brought props, but we made these wooden signs.
Oh, yeah.
Which were awesome. And we put them in little gift bags, and we delivered them to each of the memory care centers in the area.
Yeah.
But then we thought, okay, that's not enough. We're not moving.
A
few of us could do that, but we couldn't, all of us couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So we decided that we would think of a song, music, which was about 10 Zoom calls of figuring out the right song. And then we thought we're going to make up a dance. And we called it
the video for that. We could play that. I got the video for that. I'll edit that in.
I don't think we're going to America's Got Talent yet, Dave.
It was fine.
We had so much fun. And meanwhile, we all had to learn it at our own homes. And then we thought, well, we'll put it together. We'll meet at Starland on June 21st. So we thought, we'll meet summer solstice. And I got to tell you, all of us had our challenges, because we all felt like we had two left feet. We're all like, what the heck are we doing? But I sat and watched that friend of mine who's in the middle of the pack. And I just thought, that she is the embodiment of the word Sisu. Her courage and resilience to learn the steps, remember the steps. That's why we're hiking. That's why we hike every year. It's just, we've had a blast, and we've been incredibly successul, raising, I think, over $100,000 now in the last 7 years.
Wow.
So we've, as you can tell, we've got stories to tell, and we're making memories for those who can't.
Wow. So. And you said that not everyone was it was professional hikers. Well, you weren't when you started. It's like all skills.
Nor dancers, Dave. Nor dancers.
It's
amazing what you can do. No, a few of the ladies, we're all athletic.
Okay.
I think we all shared that. So we figured, okay, we're all in good enough shape. Of course, now 7 years later, we're all like, okay, well, now my shoulder hurts, my knee hurts.
Yeah.
We might have to refine it a little bit.
Well, about the most I can do is the Blue Hills, and that's about it for me.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. So I have on my list. Do you have a personal story in your family that has the disease or a caregiver?
It's amazing that I don't, but I have to tell you that 7 years ago, when this friend was diagnosed, I didn't know anybody with Alzheimer's.
Wow.
And so think of where it's come, that disease has come in those 7 years. I've now 2 other friends have been diagnosed. But still no family members. I am I'm knocking on wood here. I don't have an immediate,
Okay.
you know,
It's interesting you talk about meeting the guy on the trail. I think I mentioned at the top, I'm an advocate for the impact movement, which is the political part of the association. And we go and advocate on the Hill. We see our representatives, which is kind of cool, Senator Warren and the rest of them. But what really struck me the first time I did this, I've done it 3 years now, you have like a purple sash that says Alzheimer's Association. And as you're going to the offices, complete strangers will come up to me and give me their story. I mean, it is just heartbreaking. By the time you get to the office, it really is. It really strikes you how many people have a personal story and really want to talk to you.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think of all those 16 million affected, 16 million caregivers, and it's amazing. And that's why we're doing this, right?
Absolutely. So you as far as the longest day, you'll probably just continue the hiking thing as far as you can, I assume.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fantastic. It's so much fun. We can't wait to hike this. We will be hiking this year.
All right. Do you actually? I could edit it in, but could you give us the link for if someone wants to sign up for the longest day?
Yep, the longest day is thelongestday.org.
Okay.
So that's an easy one. And actually that also, the hotline is 1-800-272-3900.
Right.
And 48 Peaks, of course, I'm a total advocate. We need more teams, more hikers. So the 48 Peaks is alz.org/48 Peaks.
All right. And
people can get involved. You can start a team. You can, through the Alzheimer's Association, you can volunteer to do things. You can whatever. It's just, they're a great organization.
Mm-hmm. And our local chapter, because I'm doing local cable here, is alz.org/MANH, Mass, New Hampshire. So that's
the largest fundraisers, right?
We are the guys. You're more on the forum. When we go to forum and they introduce Mass, New Hampshire, we always get a very big rousing because we're always in the top of the list. So that's great.
Right.
Yeah. More on the 800 number. That's 24/7. It's confidential. It has experienced counselors. It's up to the minute information. You can get links to programs as like the one we're just talking about, and ongoing guidance. So it's and this is a 24/7 hotline. The 800 number, 800-272-3900. My wife actually was on the helpline for a while, and it was pretty illuminating.
I would think.
Actually, let me, if you could, I'm going to try to show you some of your team summit photos, and we'll see if you can recognize any of them. Hold on a minute. Do this. And
oh boy!
How about this one?
Oh, that's on my deck. That's the summit of my
that's
deck.
Not even
I
the
recognize
summit.
that. So in 10 years from now, we may be lucky to summit the deck. Maybe that'll be our. Yeah.
you can say, well, we made it to the deck. Okay, we can do that. Wow.
That's a planning. We do a lot of pre-plan, post-plan. There's a lot of party involved with this team, but that's what makes us so successful.
Well, that way you get people to keep coming back. Is as well. This is something I want to do. Well, this one is definitely a summit.
That was our first year. That was our first year. So that is the presidential range that's up at the Greenleaf Hut. Now, 3 of those women basically came up a little later from the ascent. than the rest of us. And, you know, they were not too happy with the extent, the level of difficulty with the hike. So they dropped out. We got 3 more people, but still friends. Just do not ever want to do that again.
No. I've done that.
Right.
How about
the way down was worse. I have to tell you, we met Dave on the way down, and bridle path goes down from there. And, you know, all the books said, really, you don't want to go down there. Well, we got up there and we said, oh, what the heck? It's got to be faster to go down the next morning.
Yeah.
And straight down I think it was 9 miles. Wow. Oh my God. Horrible. Wow. We couldn't walk for days.
How about this one?
That's the same year.
Same year. Okay.
Yep. Same year. So right around Greenleaf Hut. I think. What a view. I mean, that's why I picked that hike. It's just the most amazing view. I didn't know that we wouldn't be able to walk after.
What is it? The quads and the
Right.
This is probably the same. I don't know.
Yeah. But
if anyone wants to sign up and join your team, look what you could look forward to, a view like that.
Right. Or start their own team. They do need 48 teams for this. I mean, that's what they strive for every year. So, and you don't have to, you know, yes, it's supposed to be the 48 or 4,000 footers, but nobody's going to know if you ended up doing a 3,000 footer.
They're not going to know. Come on. It's the thought that counts.
Right.
All right. Anything else you want to say to our viewers, as it were?
I don't think so. I just feel, you know, very blessed, actually, just thankful for you to have me on and be able to share my story, because it's great. And I just, there's such an urgency. So I thank you for what you do to try to spread the word. Thanks, guys. And
I'll again, at the end of this video, I'll have all the contact information and the links, and I hope you can join us for the longest day.